Now that the bodice is assembled, let's move on to making the skirt if you're making the dress version. For the skirt, there are 3 pattern pieces. There is pattern piece number 12, the top skirt, pattern piece number 14, the top skirt lining, and pattern piece number 13, the bottom skirt or the bottom ruffle. The pattern was drafted for a width of a fabric that might not be the width of your fabric. An example is the pattern was drafted for a fabric that was 60 inches wide and your fabric is only 45 inches wide. Don't get discouraged, you can still use it. What is most important on the skirt is that for the top skirt, you have 2 pieces that are cut on the folds. For the top skirt lining, you have 1 piece that is cut on the folds. So your skirt lining does not have to be as wide as your top skirt main fabric. So you have your top skirt, 2 pieces cut on the fold. Your top skirt lining, 1 piece cut on the fold. For your bottom ruffle, since your top skirt main fabric was 2 pieces, you want your bottom ruffle to be approximately 3 pieces cut on the fold. That way, the bottom ruffle will have more shearing or gathering than the top skirt. To assemble the skirt, the first step is to sew the 2 panels of the top skirt together along the vertical seam. Then you will sew the panels of the bottom skirt together along the shorter edge. Then you will sew a gathering stitch along one edge of the bottom skirt. You will shear or gather it so that it matches the length of the top skirt. Then you will attach the bottom skirt to the top skirt to make one big skirt. This is the main fabric of your skirt. Then the next step is to sew a gathering stitch along the top edge of the top skirt lining. So now you have your bodice and you have your skirt main fabric and your skirt lining fabric. How you attach it to the bodice is going to be up to you. You can now combine the top skirt and the lining and attach it to the bodice, or you could sandwich the bodice in between the main fabric and the lining fabric. I also want to mention that you don't necessarily need a lining. Let's just say you're making out of a cotton and it's a really nice summery dress and you don't really need a lining. You don't have to have the lining. In this case, I'm making myself a dress, getting a little bit of personal sewing, and I'm not going to use the lining. So I'm going to pin the main fabric to the bodice right sides together, and then I'm going to sew them together. You also want to think about at this point how you're going to hem your dress. This is a mesh, an embroidered tool, so it doesn't really need to be hemmed, but if you have a cotton and you want to hem it, you might want to do it at this point where it's not attached to the bodice. The less fabric you have to deal with, the better. But I did want to mention that. Skirt is attached to the bodice. So the next step is you are going to sew the zipper to the back bodice and skirt. Now I did the variation with the hook and eye. If you did not make that variation, your zipper will extend all the way up to the top edge of the back bodice. Now I'm not going to go into how to insert a zipper because you might be using an invisible zipper, you might be using a regular zipper, you might be using an exposed zipper, but you will have to insert the zipper into the back. After you do that, you will sew up the center back seam. And then the last step, which is optional, is to add a little trim along the waistline. On this sample, which were DIY kits on our website, it is just the wider fold-over elastic that is top applied right on top, and then we sewed this little button on it. It came with the kits. I hope you enjoyed this sew along and it made sewing this pretty intense project a little bit easier. You're always welcome to ask questions in the comments or email hello@madalynne.com.